I would like to welcome you to this chapter on syllabus design. My name is Rick Lemadou, and I'm excited to share with you some of the thoughts that I put together to help you build an effective syllabus for online course delivery. So let's get started.
This module we're going to focus on the syllabus, your course project, you kind of do an overview here, and then each of the remaining modules will go through each of the steps that you will work on for your assignments to include in your syllabus, and then at the very end of the course you'll have your final product of your syllabus for the course that you'd like to work on. So first thing is you want to do this module is to identify a topic of interest to you, maybe a current field that you're working in. You may work with a group and work on this assignment together. It's a common area that you like to form around. Possibly it's with technology and higher education, or maybe you're in the medical field or business or something like that, and you have a common shared interest. I want you to go ahead and get your topic identified. If you're going to work with a group, identify that group, and then each of you, though, will need to turn in your own assignment. So, for example, for your course information, you'll create a course. You can use a course prefix like I have here on this syllabus here in the example, and this is for the course that you're currently enrolled in, EDUC 548. So I have my university's logo there. You can include a logo or not. Also have the term that the course is being offered, and then you're going to want to include some instructor information. And if you have an office location and phone number, students can get a hold of you at the university. And of course, you want to have your email address included in there. And then once you have that introductory sort of information, then you're also going to need to have the course information. And so here you'll want to include the type of materials that you have, for example, textbooks or other supplementary material, maybe handouts, things like that. You see down here we have the option of getting the APA 5th or 6th edition for your writing for papers and citations and things like that. And so here I've got the location and as well as the ISBN number to locate the book for the course. You also need to have a course description, a paragraph or two at the most, but basically something that would go like in a course catalog for the university that gives students an overview of what the course is about. Then you want to have your student learning outcomes, and these are things that we're going to talk about more in the upcoming lectures. These are some things that you really want to focus on, have these tied back into overall programmatic outcomes, although that's a bit much at this point as you're just trying to get a single course developed. But as you think about the global aspect of this as an overview for a program, perhaps that you may be in a department, or for a school that you may be teaching, how do your student learning outcomes fit into the overall objective for the program that the student's enrolled in. But we'll talk about that a little bit more. So you see here I've got quite a few for this course. Some courses don't have as many. It all just kind of depends on the subject matter and the things you're trying to accomplish. But you definitely want to have course outcomes and that sort of thing. Course requirements, you want to spell that out for your students, what type of method you're going to use, any kind of activities and assessments, what's the participation and attendance requirements on assignments, or their late assignments allowed, makeup, that sort of thing, makeup work. And then the good thing is to be able to describe the different assignments students will have and point values assigned, in a brief statement about the grades themselves, what an A is and what the point value is, and have your projects laid out and some of the things that you'll be working on in this course. So I think this will be real meaningful for you as you see the way that this course is laid out to help you with the work that you're doing in this course for your project. Technology requirements, if you're teaching online, obviously this course is an online course, and I'm sure probably many of you are going to be developing online courses. You may feel free to adapt this if you choose, but at least have a section in your syllabus that talks about technology requirements. You don't have to be as detailed as this. Obviously this has some things that are located with the Texas A&M system, and then on the main campus you want to have some information about that depending on what system your school is using. Some things about access and navigation, about different technical concerns, communication and support. What is your type of interaction going to be? What are you expecting from the students? Checking email. Do you have available for Skype, for face-to-face video chats, or just for phone, or do you prefer to use email? And then also you want to have your course and university procedures, so specific course procedures and how you want students to work, and a statement about plagiarism, late work of course, and attendance in your online courses, and things like that, how often you expect them to check in. And then of course scholarly expectations. What type of work do you want them to be working at? You need to definitely have an ADA statement from the university specific. I've got the university Office of Student Disability Resources and Services information listed here, but you could just put this in generically as your ADA statement up to this point, and then add the other later when you get to your school or university. If you're currently doing that, that's great too. Then student conduct. What are you expecting of students? And is there a code of student guide handbook, which most schools and universities will have, so draw attention to that. Really think of your syllabus as your contract with your students. That's what you're expecting of them, so they understand and know clearly the expectations. I also put in a course outline and calendar for these courses, and so that kind of helps you there again with just laying out the course. So as you think this week about your topic, and then I would like you to plan out a 7-week or 7-module course. Think about the different subjects matters that you'd want to cover each week based off of that topic. So obviously we're doing here curriculum design and evaluation. These topics are pertaining to things that go with curriculum design and evaluation. The factors that influence how we teach in Module 2, teaching in a changing society, the nature of assessment. There's the evaluation phase, and we spend quite a bit of time on that. We'll be building rubrics in here as well, or at least making you aware of different rubrics that you can use and want to include, and write up a brief statement of why certain rubrics you would use to assess certain assignments that you're doing. And then of course the social foundations of assessment, and then eventually in the 7th module doing the portfolio assessment in your rubric development. You want to think about this module, the 7 areas that you want to cover in your course that you're going to design and develop your syllabus based off of. For this module's assignment, I want you to, 1, get your topic, get your course information together. As far as if you can get to the point where you can build a course description, that would be great. And then from your course description, you can go and build your outline, the skeleton basically of how your course is going to lay out for the 7 modules.